Recently a terrorist plot was foiled in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And the mastermind said that they got the idea because they had delivered pizzas to Fort Dix for years, so they knew the layout of the land. This is one more reason why we all just need to say no to carbs. You say no to carbs and you say no to terrorism. So I have a lot of phobias, a lot of fears, a lot of anxieties. And I've got like everyday phobias like nail fungus, confined spaces, guys that ask me home too soon. But I think that's more fear of serial killers. And I know what you're thinking, because my friends say it to me all the time, Maryssa, like everybody knows that like serial killers go after gay men, prostitutes, and white women. But like, what if a serial killer thought I acted white enough to be killed? Like, what if he's just like, I don't know, she's a little bit dark, but it is the harvest moon, she'll do. But I also have vacation phobias. And like, I guess I have a fear of like sunburn, but I think that's more of a fear of skin cancer because I like my cancer on the inside where it's supposed to be. I also have a fear of hot tubs, what I like to refer to as burpee soup. Those things have more VD than the free clinic. I still don't date one. And then I also have a fear of like swimming in the ocean with live fish. I'm afraid like one of the fish is gonna like get inside my swimsuit and like swim in me, and then I'm gonna have to go to the emergency room, and all the nurses are gonna refer to me as the girl with the tuna in her twat. I mean, how embarrassing is that? But you can't tell your friends, guys, I can't go snorkeling because I don't want to come caviar. Oh. Nobody does. So last year I volunteered for the Hurricane Katrina relief effort. And I guess I wasn't tough enough in New Orleans, so they sent me to Montgomery, Alabama. And like, I thought I had a sweet deal until I told my mom, and she started freaking out. She's like, you have to cancel, you can't go. I'm like, what's wrong? You know, I signed up for toxic gumbo. And she's like, just tell them you're not going. So, you know, I still went, and I didn't realize until I got to the airport what she was talking about, because they had all these tourist brochures for like the Rosa Parks Museum, the guided bus tour of the Civil Rights March, and brochures for various churches that Martin Luther King had preached at that have since been burnt down. So I started getting very nervous, very anxious. So I went to my headquarters, and that's where I saw him. He was like this 6'5" skinhead with a Confederate flag bandana, swastika tattooed on his neck, Nazi cross tattooed on his arms, love and hate on his knuckles. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna die. This guy's gonna fucking kill me. I'm never going to get married, I'm never going to have kids, I'm never going to have an American Express black card. So then he comes over to me, and he's just like, howdy ma'am, I'm Zed. I said, please don't kill me, I'm too young to die. I mean, it's nice to meet you, my name is Maryssa, Mr. Zed. Well, where are you from? New York? Well, look at you, coming all the way down here to help us. Just as cute as a button, ain't ya? A button. Great, he's already demonizing me. So somehow this guy and I end up in the car by ourselves, and I'm freaking out. I'm just thinking like I'm going to be chased down the street by Klansmen, I'm going to be like gang-banged at a burning cross. I have heard of neo-Nazis. Like, I got to get out of here. So I'm like freaking out, I'm trying to figure out how am I going to get myself out of this situation. So while we're, you know, going down the road, I lift the window so I could leave my DNA in the car. You just can't get that. So like, we finally get to Denny's, and he opens the door for me. And I go, and he pulls my chair out for me, sit down. I ordered a steak, not because I could eat, but because I needed a knife. You never know when that Nazi's going to get the wrong idea. And that's how I rule. So the waitress was like a young black woman, and I think she was like really pissed off at me for sitting with him. Maybe he lynched her cousin, I don't know. And so like, she's slamming my plate down, she's slamming my drinks down, and he turns to me and he says, you know, some people just ain't got no manners. I'm going to teach her a lesson. I said, no, Zed, no, don't teach anyone any lessons ever. He's like, look at you, saving lives before me, just as cute as a button, ain't you? So, one of my good friends recently got married, And I was over at their house, and they went to the bathroom together, and they were in there for a while. So my friend came out, and I said to her, I'm like, oh, you know, that's cute. You guys are still honeymooning, you know, a little, trying to get a kid. She's just like, no, he had to make number 2. And I'm like, what? Why the hell were you in there? She's like, well, you know, I always hold his balls when he makes number 2. I'm like, why the hell are you holding his balls? She's like, well, they go in the water. And I'm like, they actually swim in the water. And she's like, yeah. And I'm just like, that's really nasty. She's like, that's why I hold them. But then that sparked a completely new phobia for me, because now I'm afraid of E. coli balls. I mean, you can barely get a guy to wash his hands. You know he's not going to wash his balls after he takes a shit. It's just not going to happen. So, and then, like, imagine, like, trying to, like, explain to your doctor how you got this E. coli. Like, you're coming down with the symptoms. You're like, what did you eat? What did you eat? Was it the spinach? I know it was the spinach. Like, no, I didn't eat any spinach. Taco Bell. You went to Jersey. I know it's from Taco Bell. 2 bells involved, but I didn't have any tacos. And then he's just like, what happened? What did you do? And what are you going to say? It was the bad balls. I got a batch of bad balls. That's what did it. No. So you're lying. You're going to say it was the romaine. It was the romaine. I got a Caesar salad from all one pain. And then before you know it, CDC is called, and they pull all this spinach, like all the romaine and all the Caesar salads, and what are you left to eat? Carbs. And now you're supporting terror. So have you ever been in a grocery store like 2 a.m. like the only people in there are like shut-ins and stoners, and you catch wind of a stoner conversation? That's a little TMI, too much information. I was in the grocery store the other morning, and these 2 guys were online, and they're like, dude, my sister's like so fucking pissed off at me, man. She's like trying to get my mom to like kick me out of the house, man. No way, dude. Wait, like, you remember the other night when, we were smoking that hash, man? Yeah, dude. Well, it wasn't really hash, man. It was like, my nephew's umbilical cord, dude. Well, like, the hash was, like, in the fridge, and the umbilical cord was, like, in the freezer, and, I got that shit all fucked up. You know, I was already stoned, man, so you smoked this umbilical cord, dude. No way, man. Wait, but it was a fucking mellow eye, man. A fucking mellow eye. All right, guys, you've been great. Thank you.